Yeah, we'll just do a one breath test over here, so just one breath to the strong voice. Ready? And stop, thanks.
This is Derek's ultimate car, hey? We've seen it in town and the guys just pulled up.
Toby's gone and done himself a mischief.
Alright babe, so we've just hit the road, done about 20 kilometres out of the city. Tell me how you're feeling being hitched up.
Nervous. I don't know. I am just conscious of every single noise, the bumps. My mind's in overdrive, just making sure that everything's okay and we're not going to break down again and have the same issues that we had before. You know, it's easy for someone to turn around and say, oh, with the new diff it won't happen, but I don't want to spend all this money on this truck and then have it happen again. Like, I got the truck weighed yesterday and we're all good for weights, so there's no issues there, but it's just a little bit scary, I suppose. I don't know.
I guess maybe you're feeling a little bit of lack of confidence in the car at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit. But I had the same thing. I had the same thing with the 200 series as well. So I wasn't 100% confident with the build, just for different reasons.
So for me, I'm feeling a little bit like every wobble, every bump, every time I feel like the car takes off, it's feeling a bit heavy. I'm nervous. I know the road that we're driving on isn't the best, but I can still feel that I'm like, is that it? Is it happening again? So I guess it's going to take a little bit to get used to feel those feelings again, like getting used to the bumps and getting used to the wobbles, what's right, what's not right. But yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens over time, eh? As we were driving through the town in Narrogin, it reminded us so much of Tasmania when we first arrived into Devonport. All the old buildings and all the old architecture. It even had a lot of Aboriginal history. So we thought we'd turn around and we'd give you an overlay of the town. The sporting facilities and the recreational facilities absolutely blew our minds. Most of it looked really brand new, and there was also a couple of cricket games going on. But we didn't get a chance to film what we wanted to show you because something happened, and here it is. Just as I was about to start filming, I stuck the GoPro out and a cop car drove past. Derek told me to bring the GoPro stick straight in, and next minute, the sirens were on.
Yeah, no, you guys got a good chattel, eh? Good fun. So you got the F truck back now?
Yeah.
Hey,
Finally.
Yeah,
these
cheers,
guys
thanks,
follow
mate.
us on YouTube, so they thought they'd just pull us over and say good day and give Derek a breath test.
Cheers, man. We'll just do a one breath test over here, so just one breath to the strong voice. Thanks. When you're ready. And stop, thanks. How's the axle going then? Alright?
I'm stressed, but it's holding, so
Yeah.
So on the way down to Esperance, we left Perth a little bit late, and we've just decided to pull in. We're in Lake Grace, and Lake Grace is somewhere in WA. I don't really know. I should find that out before I record this. Damn it. Okay, so Lake Grace is actually about 50 k's off, about being halfway between Perth and Esperance. So it's about 220, 230 kilometres from Perth, and it is about 330 odd kilometres from Esperance. So yeah, not every campsite is on a beautiful beach or, you know, some beautiful location that everybody sees on Insta and Facey and YouTube. Sometimes it is just on the side of the road in a gravel pit. Now, some brave soul, brave or dumb, I'm not sure what to call it, has decided to take their car out here. Now, I don't know if you can hear the crunching, that's all the salt. But yeah, someone's decided to drive out here and very nearly looks like they've come unstuck. They look like they've stuck everything underneath their car to get out of here. The kids are walking through it, it's muddy as. Have a look. So old mate's come around, he's realised he's in a lot of trouble. He's turned right around and then he's got seriously stuck here, and he's got sticks and logs and tin and everything underneath. Now why it feels hard, have a look. As soon as you crack the surface of this, it's just that salty water, like the kid's footprints. As soon as he stepped on it, gone. Very lucky to get out of here. Like I said, either brave or very dumb. Kids are loving it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, dude?
It's thick.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Salt everywhere.
So, that was big salt there.
Alright, so we had a family vote and it's like just way too hot out here. It's about 44 degrees I think out here at the moment. So rather than just sitting in the caravan and the kids whinging at us saying that it's hot, we're just going to keep driving maybe for another hour or so, get closer towards Esperance and then find a spot on the side of the road similar to this. Enjoy the night without having kids talk about how bloody hot it is. So that's one thing about these aircons that we've noticed up in Karratha. Same thing, it was 45 degrees and it just can't keep up. And I know it's a black van, it's got a white roof and solar panels all over it. But yeah, it's a fairly decent, it's the Harriet Plus air conditioner, Dometic. So it's a fairly decent aircon and all the internal doors are shut, so it's just from the kitchen through to our bed that needs to be cooled down, but just it's way too hot. So we're going to hit the road, drive for another hour or so and see how we go. I'll show you where we end up. Good morning. So yeah, we left Lake Grace yesterday. It was just way too hot and we drove for about another hour and a half to 2 hours and we ended up here in Ravensthorpe. And they got a little 48-hour stopover. So yeah, it's on quite a bit of a steep hill. We're at the top of it and I've had to park sideways because with my suspension I can go left and right and even up the van with the air, but I can't go forward and back. So I've had to park a little bit sideways and try and get the van as even as possible. It wasn't perfect, but it was good enough for the night. So we just arrived here at Hopetoun, a little town down south of WA. We jumped onto Wiki Camps, as you do. We found the drinking water tap here. It's in the local park, it's pretty cool. They got a jumping castle, some swings and that, and they've got a tap here so you can fill up your caravan. Alright, so just quickly, we're still here filling up water and I just wanted to share with you. So like I said, the water drinking tap that we had, it still said that it was empty. We got a little bit of water out of it just then, but then it went completely dry. Now, I've just chucked it back into the filler. It just kept overflowing out of the top. So every time I plugged it in up here, it just overflowed. I went down to the tank. I opened up the little, the drain plug. I thought, why don't I put the hose directly straight onto the drain tank to fill it up through the bottom. And as I did that, I started filling it up through the bottom there. All this water started gushing out of here again. It had a massive airlock in there, and by filling it up through the bottom drain and pushing water through, it's got rid of that airlock, and now I'm filling my tank. So there's a little tip for you. If your tanks aren't filling up and you've got an airlock and you've got the drain bungs, fill them up from the bottom, so pushing it through the bottom and filling the tank up like that, and you'll get rid of your airlock. Okay, so we just hit the gravel and it's a lot worse than what I thought it was going to be. So just going to let the tyres down just to help out smooth the ride and whatnot. I don't think I'll do the van, but I'll just drop these ones and sweet. Not that close, Jesus Christ. Nobody wants to see my head that close.
I do.
So I ended up letting the van tyres down. I nearly rolled my ankle in one of the corrugations that were that bad. So didn't want to take the chance. I don't know how long this road goes for, but it's not in great condition. So I just figured stuff it while I'm here. I'll just let the van tyres down and the car tyres.
So, if you can see, Derek just crashed into the tree up there and there's a beehive, but he's just managed to let some air out and we should be good.
My spotter let me down. I blame it on my spotter.
No, he wasn't listening to me.
But yeah, how's that? Hit a tree, couldn't go anywhere, lowered the suspension. I can fit under it now.
You! I told him to cut the tree down and he yelled at me. While Derek's parking, check out the view. I don't know how we snagged this, but literally it is amazing.
Alright, so just want to show you camp. So that's camp, and yeah, we're underneath some trees, but we've got a full battery and we're not going to be using the aircon because the breeze down here is beautiful. And that's the beach. Straight there. Not right on the beach, but we're the closest that you can be down here. So yeah, that's Bay 31. And some times of the year you can have a fire. Obviously not now, we're in the middle of summer and it's a complete fire ban. And this is our little walk. So we come down here and have a look. How good's that? Look at this beach. Spin you around. And look at this. Paradise, Mason's Bay.
One in there, and we found this one with a big claw. Right somewhere in there, but I can't see all the bubbles.
So Kobe's gone and done himself a mischief. He's got a lure stuck right in his elbow. It's alright, mate. We're gonna have to do a little bit of Dr. Quinn medicine man stuff. Alright, there's the culprit. There's the hole. It basically just fell out, so it wasn't as bad as what we thought, but now we're gonna have to get a tetanus shot. Off we go.
Oh, hi, yes, this is Jade. Yeah, sorry, we lost service. I just wanted, so he doesn't need to be immunised? I mean, he doesn't need the tetanus needle? Awesome, because he's fully immunised. He's 9. Oh, thank you so much. Yep, we'll keep an eye on it. And if it starts to get hot or it looks like a bit infected, we'll bring him into you. My heart rate has gone from 100 back down to normal. He doesn't need a tetanus needle. We will just monitor it, make sure it doesn't get hot and look infected. If it does, we'll take him straight to Ravensthorpe Hospital. They're open 24/7. In the meantime, we're just going to put some betadine on it and keep an eye on it. But all good. Awesome.
This is our phone tower.
In the meantime, I'm trying to get 3G standing here like this.
She's the phone radar. Just out fishing. Had a couple of hook up earlier. Before Kobe's incident with his elbow and a lure. And now Jade's taken me rod and she's done a runner. She wants to catch a fish. He says that he's on. I don't know, looks a little bit suspect to me. He's got one. Walk backwards, mate, walk backwards. Walk backwards. Keep walking, walk backwards and drag it up. Little Skippy! Keep walking backwards. Alright, now hold him up, show us what you got. Little Skippy! Good morning. So day 2 here at Mason's Bay, and the weather has turned absolutely crap. Again, we seem to get the weather wherever we go. It's blowing its ass off and there's cloud cover everywhere. The kids, this is their favourite little cubby house. They seem to do this with our chairs all the time. It gets them out of the wind, they stay nice and warm and they have a ball. So that's what the kids are up to this morning. I think what we're going to do, because we're running low on power, is I'm going to plug the car into the van, charge the van up a bit. We're just going to go for a lazy drive in the car, just explore around and have a look around and see what's around, and maybe even find another campsite for the next couple of days. So if you can read that, our batteries in our caravan are 54%, and that's our water situation. So we've got rid of one tank and a little bit of the other one. But yeah, 54% in the caravan. So what I'll do now is flick the inverter on in here. So that's on. And now that should be putting charge into the caravan. So 2 days until it's full, but as you can see by that little symbol there, we've got power going into the caravan, charging it up, and that 8 hours is dropping, 7 hours, so that'll regulate itself. So the car is now charging up the caravan. Okay, so it's been about, I don't know, 15 minutes, and this one's dropped down to 56%. And we're about to leave. So the caravan is now at 58%. Alright, so we've come for a bit of a drive, and the first stop is the next campsite, and that's Starvation Bay. And we've just gone for a drive out to the lookout, and it was wild. It wasn't even worth showing you. It was like crazy waves, and it was just insane. And then we've driven around into the actual bay, Starvation Bay out here, and have a look. It is magnificent out here. It is so beautiful. It's really protected. There's a little platform out here for the kids to swim in. There was some stingrays playing in the surface out there. Hopefully Jade got some footage of that. But the weather gods have just done it again to us, and it's not really that great. So, like I said, we're just going to cruise around and have a look at some areas. But I'll drive through the camp and show you some footage of that. This one seems a lot more protected than the one we're on. We're on the bottom face coming straight in, but with this one being a little bay, it seems to be a lot more protected. But yeah, we'll drive through and show you the camp, and we'll give you our thoughts on which one would be better to stay at, either Masons or Starvation. That way it can help you guys out if you ever come down this way. So that was campsites 11, 12 and 13, and they've got their own little toilet block next to them and a whole bunch of green grass and a little walkway that takes you straight to the beach. So far, them ones there are the pick of the bunch for me. And we're just going to keep driving this way. The rest of them are quite far away from the ocean, and they're quite small. If you had a camper trailer or a small caravan, they'd probably suit. Or a tent. But yeah, a larger caravan, like, I don't know, 20 foot onwards, would struggle to get into some of these. It wouldn't be as comfortable. So that last one, camps 12, 13 and 14 and whatnot, they're actually the fisherman's camp, so that's not in conjunction with the other camp, I believe. So the fisherman camp 12, 13 and 14 is probably better than the Starvation Bay ones.
Travelling the bottom of Australia always is unpredictable when it comes to the weather. You just never know whether you're going to get spectacular weather in summer or it's going to be completely catastrophic.
So just going into Munginup Beach. There's a caravan park and a beach camp down here. So I'm just going to check that out for you and let you know what it looks like. So they've got a little caravan parked up. It's a little shop, and then all the bays are pretty large actually. They're good to get to. Nice flat ground, all marked off quite nicely. Been a caravan park for 22 years, and the new owners have had it for 6 years. 100-acre farm. It's no longer a farm, it's just a caravan park.
So it's a dog-friendly caravan park, and they've got a cool little camp kitchen. Used to have one of those little pot stoves when we were a kid. Got TV, barbecue. It's really set up really cool here. Smells like someone's been cooking. This is an awesome caravan park, guys, if you're looking for a bush stay, somewhere to hang your laundry. All the caravan sites have got power and water, drinking water, and they've got cabins as well. If you don't have a caravan and you want to get out here with your boat. Cute little wildlife. Oh, he's friendly. Hello. Oh. Yeah, that's where you go sandboarding.
The sand's wet.
Oh.
Alright, so they all seem pretty much the same, just fenced off camping areas. I'm just going to go for a quick walk down the beach just to show you how wild this weather is out here. So the bays aren't huge, and it's a bit of a tight gap to get into for bay, whatever that one is, bay 9 and bay 8, but 10, 11, 12 look like the go. A bit bigger and easier just to reverse straight in. Big toilet block, lots of bins, and a little bit of water there for the toilets.
Engage full drive.
Check this out. This is the inlet. It goes all the way over here. There's a bit of an island just there. And then over towards the beach is actually closed off, so it's not actually connected to the ocean at this present stage. The sand's gone right across, so that's pretty cool. At Starvation Bay there, we just did that little hill climb, and the views up there are amazing. It's just a pity that it was so bloody windy up there, but on a beautiful day, I know we keep saying this, but it would just be a beautiful view. So yeah, if you ever get the chance to get to Starvation Bay, don't be afraid to climb up that little hill. It's nothing major, just give it a go and check out the views. So if I had a choice which one I would camp at, if you can do all three, do all three. But I still reckon Mason's, where we're staying, probably has the better campsites, especially for a bigger rig like us. And our campsite that we've got is really good. Starvation, the bay's probably a little bit more smoother and it's more protected from the wind. And the other two are right on the main beach, which is where the weather just hits it solid on. But there's good and bad for both. Maybe you can make up your own mind of which one you like. If you've stayed in them, let us know and drop it in the comments and let us know. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this episode up. The weather at Mason's didn't get any better for us. It stayed overcast and a little bit rainy. So we're running low on water and a little bit low on power as well. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got something out of it. We've shown you all different places around the area and a couple of tips along the way. So if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you next week guys. Bye.